DATV, and the Greater Dayton Area League of Women Voters present Meet the Candidates, your chance to learn about the candidates running for office in the November election.
Hello, I'm Patty Skilkin, and I'm a proud member of the League of Women Voters. Today I'm talking with one of the 4 candidates running for the Mad River School Board. The other 3 were unable to be here today. This is a volunteer position. There's no salary connected with this job, so people who run for this job really want to serve their communities and should be congratulated for running. We're going to start, well, we're not going to start, we're going to start and finish with you, Yusuf. The candidate who was able to be here today is Yusuf Elsign. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to speak to the voters. This is a chance to introduce yourself to them, tell them a little bit about yourself, maybe why you want this job. You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Patty. Again, my name is Yusuf Elsign. I'm a proud husband for over 30 years with 2 wonderful kids that graduated from Mad River School District. Life experience is my strongest asset. My background as an engineer who has been working for the private and public sector for the last 35 years gave me the best lessons I can learn from being out there. It allowed me to adapt to many changes around us, and seeing the 2 kids of my own attending and graduating with honors from the Mad River local schools. My exposure to a different school system provides me the biggest advantage over the other candidates.
Thank you. You know, we hear often that one of the elements to a successful school experience is parental involvement. Given today's economy, and most families have both parents working, it's getting harder and harder. How can you reach out to parents and increase parental involvement? Do you have any ideas on that topic?
Well, I can speak on what we did at our home, and in no way or shape I'm asking my community members to do the same, but we were very engaged with our kids' life, school life, from kindergarten all the way to high school. Even now in college, they are both attending University of Dayton. We keep following up with their activities, with their progress. The one thing we did, including my wife, we usually spend quality time with them in the evenings, be it reading books or playing games. That was one thing I was really proud of. Bring a basket with fruits and ask them to count and give me the names of the fruits. So that was, to me, a wonderful experience to be sitting with both of them at separate times, to get them to feel comfortable with adding, subtracting, calling fruits, the names. And I wish I can be a help for any parents that like to talk to us. We can work with them, and that's actually one of the things that I would like to promote, more engagement from parents, to be able to reach out to other community members to help them throughout the school year with their children if they need the help volunteering in schools. I know parents are doing it now, but if they need the extra help, I'll be there for them.
Thank you. There seems to be a lot of strong opinions about charter schools. It's kind of a hot topic. People get pretty emotional on that subject. How do you feel about charter schools?
Well, unfortunately, the only thing I heard about charter schools in our area were the ones that got in trouble by the state for falsifying attendance, budgets. I'm an advocate of a charter school if indeed it provides the quality of education that they claim they can provide. And no doubt about it, the current and the existing charter schools are doing their best, just like any other public school in our area. Mad River, as a matter of fact, is not a charter school, but they got the high school, Stebbins High School and Mad River Middle School were both were designated STEM schools by the state of Ohio. So obviously Mad River is doing good stride to becoming a well-established school district. To me, I would rather send my kids, like I did, to public schools, and I encourage others to do the same, to support our public schools.
Thank you. Like so many school districts, Mad River has some challenges. What do you think they are, and what do you think it'll take to change them, to improve things?
My honest opinion, it's not the school district itself. I think the burden that the state and maybe federal regulations that are being imposed on our school districts is filtering down to our children attending those schools. I was a little bit doing some research, and if I am a child now going to school, I know every year between 3rd grade and 8th grade, not counting high school, I have to take 18 tests, state tests, and that's how our kids and our districts are being scored on. 18 tests. In my career, even after I graduated, I sat for one test and I was a nervous wreck as an adult. So I cannot imagine how children as young as maybe 6 or 7 years old, starting 3rd grade, how are they gonna think and feel if I'm gonna keep as an instructor or an administrator telling them, you need to do good because you're taking a state test. I have ideas that I will work with the rest of the board to promote a different system that I believe will work for our children to make schools less stressful, and hopefully that's how they excel.
Thank you. Yes, ideally, children would love to learn simply because knowing stuff is fun, but that's not always easy to get to, is it?
Right.
You probably have something else you'd like to say to the voters, something, subject that I didn't touch on. We're going to give you 1 minute to close, make a closing statement, and ask the voters for their vote.
Well, I appreciate all what the current school district board members have done to Mad River schools. I am asking the voters to help me be part of this board, to help our children make schools a less stressful and a more peaceful place to be, a place where they go to enjoy learning, because the more they can learn about good subject, bad subject, that's how they learn. They have to be taught the proper curriculum, and I have ideas that I would be more than happy to share with my colleagues in the board and with parents to make sure that the state will accept that. In my opinion, and maybe you all heard this, school is is not a privilege. It's a must for all our kids to be comfortable going to school and having a safe place to be and come and tell the good stories and enjoy their day over 8 hours attending schools. I really appreciate your vote, and I look forward to serving you in the coming years. Thank you.
Thank you, Yusuf. I also want to thank DATV for volunteering their time, their equipment, and their expertise so that we can bring you these discussions. I have to give a plug for the League of Women Voters. We are a nonpartisan organization. We never ever support or oppose a political candidate or a political party. If you're interested in membership, call 228-4041. Our world famous voters guide will be in libraries October 9th. Get a copy, it'll help you. Early voting begins at the Board of Elections October 11th, and the polls open at 6:30 on Election Day, November 7th. Again, thank you for watching.